So I've been playing skate a lot over the past couple of months, and if I'm being honest, the burnout was starting to set in. So last week, for the first time in a long time, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna play me some Session. I also happened to go on the Session Skate Sim subreddit, and I noticed that a lot of people are just now getting into Session Skate Sim, which is great. So suffice it to say, the release of Skate has really ignited a lot of public interest in skateboarding video games. And if you're one of these people and you're considering getting Session Skate Sim, this video is for you. Hi folks, my name is Occam, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you a couple of things that you might want to consider if you've been thinking of getting Session Skate Sim. So before we even get into the nitty-gritty of all of the features that Session has and everything that it does better than Skate or what it doesn't do quite as good as Skate, the first thing you're going to want to consider if you want to play Session is what platform you're going to be playing on. And in my opinion, the best platform to play Session Skate Sim on is going to be PC. Because of the simple fact that the modding community for this game really carries this game. And unfortunately for console players, mods are only available on PC. And if you only recently started playing Session and you've been wondering where people get their mods from, the place to go for that is going to be the Illusory Discord. I'm going to have that linked down in the description or in the pinned comment, so be sure to check that out. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there, everything from character creation mods to clothing mods to maps and gameplay mods, all types of stuff. You can also share your clips on there if you want to, so be sure to check that out. Now, one thing you need to keep in mind if you're going to play Session is that Session is not Skate. So please temper your expectations going in. I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube of people who played Session expecting it to play like Skate and then being disappointed that they want the same game, and then calling Session a bad game when really all they needed to do was put in the time to get good. You need to remember that Session is a game made by a small indie dev team, and as such it doesn't have some of the same features that Skate does, like grabs for example. Sadly, Session doesn't have grabs. I heard that they used to be a thing back when Session was in early access, so maybe they might make a comeback at some point, as Session is a game that is continually evolving. You know, with it still getting updates every so often. Not as often as players would like, but it's still developing. A lot of the features in Session are also experimental, like lip tricks, for example. You can absolutely do lip tricks in this game, but getting them to look good can be kind of a task. It's doable, but it might take you a couple of attempts. Also, things like Caspers and Primos are still considered experimental. You can absolutely do these tricks, but getting them to look good is a bit of a hassle. But again, you can absolutely do these tricks and get them to look good. Just maybe not on the first try. Also, Session is a hard game. I cannot stress this enough. Session is a difficult fucking game. The controls really do take some getting used to, especially if you've never played any of the other skate sims before. For example, in Session, you turn using the triggers and you use the sticks to control the feet. This might sound crazy to you if you've never played Session before, but trust me, once you develop some muscle memory and you start getting at least a little bit more experienced with the game, it becomes second nature. And if you just tried Session once and you found it a little too difficult to get into the controls, you know, try to be a bit patient with yourself, because this stuff takes some time to get used to. I think every Session player remembers the first time they completed like the money hopping challenge, for example, or the first time that they landed a double grind. Yeah, this stuff takes time. Also, please remember that every clip that you see online of people playing Session and landing amazing tricks, it's more likely than not that those tricks took quite a few attempts to land. Sometimes 10, 20 attempts to land a single trick or to complete a line. The good thing is, Session is a very customizable game. And there's this really dope video by the dude JL Nightmare on the best settings for you if you want to make Session easier, as a beginner. So I'll have that link down in the description, so check that out if you want to have a bit of an easy experience if you're still a noob. You also really don't need to get too hung up on getting the most super realistic settings like right off the bat. It can be fun to play Session like a gamer and not like a skater, just have fun with it. Also, don't let anybody give you too much grief about using auto catch. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, right? But trust, once you get enough of a feel for the game and you get to the point where you're comfortable enough trying to play with manual catch, I don't think you'll ever turn auto catch on again. I turned it off once, never turned it off, never turned it on again. Another thing is you don't even have to skate in real life to enjoy Session. This might be a bit controversial for me to say, but it's true. A lot of people who play Session don't skate in real life, but they still manage to have a lot of fun with it. And who knows, maybe playing Session might just be the thing that gives you the nudge that you need to try skating in real life. Or, to try skating in real life again if you haven't done it in a while. The learning curve doesn't just apply to the controls in Session, it applies to filming as well. The good thing about Session is it's very filmer friendly, and the replay editor is like super robust. There's a lot of tools to help you get really dope clips, from time of day settings, sun angle settings, which I mentioned in one of my previous videos as something that Skate could really benefit from, camera filters out the wazoo. So there's a lot of stuff for you to mess around with and get really dope clips. There's this guy on YouTube, goes by Halftone.mp4. I think his filming tutorials are the best ones you're gonna find, because he does a very good job of explaining the principles of filming as far as, skating clips goes. But don't feel any pressure to limit yourself to filming realistically. If you want to see what's possible to achieve with Session's replay editor, I highly suggest you check out these two videos. The first one being Rebirth by Ocular FS, shout out to him. That's the video that made me want to get good at filming in Session, because dude did an amazing job with that. Actually, any one of his Session videos is really worth watching. Guy has a really interesting filming style. The second video is Part-Time Ninja's Halftone video. I feel like that one is a really great mix of really good filming and really dope gameplay. So check those two out. I'll have those linked in the description as well. Also, as you're getting a feel for filming in Session, post your clips. It doesn't matter if they don't look amazing or like other clips that you've seen online, because remember, there's people who've been playing Session for years. But post your clips anyway. Your friends are going to want to see your growth both as a player and as a filmer. And who knows, you might just develop a new meta as far as filming Session clips goes. At the end of the day, Session is just a video game. So remember to have fun with it, and good luck on your journey. This is going to take a while to get good at, but you're going to get there eventually. This is all I have for you today. Thank you to everybody who likes the video and subs to the channel. It really helps a lot. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments section. Are you interested in playing Session? If you've been playing Session, what was the hardest thing to learn for you? Or tell us your proudest moment in Session. And remember to share your clips in the Illusory Discord, and also to join my Discord as well. You can share your clips there as well if you want to. And thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next one. Peace.